walking home.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to the new edition of the Creatia Conversation, where we do some Throwback Thursday reviews. I'm your host, Lord Cussalot Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC, and I'm joined once again by my co-hosts, Mara the motherfucking Shark Watkins. How you doing, Mara?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. And who else we got here?
We're joined by the patron saint of the perverse, the warden Matt Ritter.
Hi, guys.
What up, Matt?
How are you?
Doing all right, sir. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. So what you kids been up to before we get into this movie? What you been watching? What you been playing?
So I don't know if you know this, but I have played every mainline Pokemon game that has come out from Red and Blue in America all the way up to Legends ZA. And as I have done so over the years, and I have collected all of the Pokemon in existence and traded across the globe to get shiny Pokemon that I didn't have so that I could have a living dex of every single Pokemon in each evolutionary stage, shiny and regular, over almost what now, 30 years of Pokemon? It'll be 30 years next
Something
year.
like that. Yeah, I think we're at the 30-year anniversary. I believe hearing that at some point.
Recently, and I think I've talked to you about this, but there is a YouTuber by the name of Blaine's, and Blaine's was doing some really cool stuff for the community. He was doing giveaways and things, so you'd go there and he would give you instructions, and you would go and type in a code in your game to link to a bot that would then basically, depending on what you nicknamed the Pokemon you were trading, trade you a version of a Pokemon that you wanted, whether it was a shiny that you couldn't get. And sometimes he would send you an egg, and if it was an egg, then it would have your original trainer. Sometimes you'd be able to get your original trainer ID, but 9 times out of 10, it had Blaine stuff. I also was kind of being cute over the years, and I was like, oh, I'll play and pretend that I'm Zoe, and I'll collect Pokemon as Zoe, or, you know, if I was Matt on one game, I'd be John or Travis on another, or Kate, you know, just because I didn't want to be Matt on both games for whatever reason. So recently, Blaine's has dropped an app that literally allows you to go in, set everything you want, trade the Pokemon to him. He will trade the one that you've selected in the app with all of your trainer information for the game that it is linked to. So I can now have a Pokemon with my trainer ID and all of my information. So I've just been doing that. And I felt bad because originally I was like, well, I'll keep the ones that have like John or Kate or Zoe, because, you know, family, right? But then when this happened, I was like, no, fuck them. Zoe's old enough, she can play. I had to grind for 30 years to get here. She can start from scratch.
Yeah.
She can build her own Pokemon collection.
Yep.
She doesn't need to listen. This is not generational wealth when it comes to Pokemon. I'm not handing shit down. All right,
Yeah,
you're gonna grind like I did. You're gonna learn.
She needs to
like
catch
I
them all
learned.
herself. I get it.
Exactly. So
Builds
I'm
character.
just getting rid of all of those Pokemon that don't have the name Matt attached to it and replacing them. So my entire Pokemon Home living dex, shiny
All
and
has
everything,
your name on it. Yeah.
whatever I can get, will all have my name on it. The issue with that is all of the games that I played as Zoe or whatever, I had to erase those games, and I have to start those games over and get to the point to where I can trade and also catch enough Pokemon to at least trade out to keep a rotation going. So that has been a bit of a grind.
Well, you found something to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's where I've been at.
Speaking of Pokemon, I did hear that Pokemon Champions is coming to mobile later this month. So
Okay. As far as watching, I watched Something Very Bad is Going to Happen on Netflix. That was a really fun show.
That's on my list of things to watch.
I recommend it, Mara. It kind of feels like it's going one way and then it goes somewhere completely different. It's weird, but not weird in a bad way, and it feels kind of like Ready or Not a little bit. So,
Okay.
it was a fun time. Then when I finished that, what's my favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon is Houndoom. The Doberman Pinscher from Hell from Gen 2. The Houndoom, Houndour, that line. Love dogs, love things that look evil. It's got a Mega Evolution, which is fucking cool. So, I will always have love for Charizard, but you got to stop being a basic bitch at some point. All right, like you can only stand one of the original starters for so long, and then you gotta figure something else out. Then I switched over to the show called Easy, and this is a weird show, but there's a lot of sex and nudity in it. And honestly, like some of the stories intertwine, or like they'll go back to a story from season 1 in an episode of season 2, and it's got a big cast of fucking people. And also, I don't really know what's going on, but I'm enjoying myself. There are 3 seasons, so yeah, working my way through that and chipping away a little bit at a time on Tales from the Crypt on Shudder.
Nice. What about you, Mara?
I have been watching, I watched the semifinals for Pop Culture Jeopardy. Those episodes dropped on Monday. The finals, I believe, were released today, if I'm correct. I watched that Michael Jackson The Verdict documentary.
I did see that.
That came out earlier this.
I
I
didn't
watched
watch
all
it,
of
though.
it today.
Yeah.
Interesting watch.
Okay.
But I mean, outside of my normal, watches like MasterChef and other random shit, that's been about it. Been playing The Sims. I'm trying to close out and get the rewards I want on Fortnite because the season ends tomorrow, so I'll be doing a good portion of that tonight. I'm almost there. And I found out that the SimCity game I used to play was available in the App Store on my computer. So I bought that, and so now I'm going to jump back into that. Not like the classic SimCity. It's like SimCity Cities of Tomorrow. It was that last one that they released that kind of, I guess, killed SimCity for them. But I'm gonna keep playing it because I like it.
Okay. Cool. Let's see. Well, I'm still playing Metaphor Refantasio, still loving it. Watching though, we finished Spider Noir over the weekend. Over the weekend and the last few days, it was a combination of that.
You try and watch that soon.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. We watched it in color. I saw some of it in black and white. I watched some of it in black and white, but it was one of those I left it up to Amani because I didn't care one way or the other. So it was fine. It's interesting looking in black and white too. Then the Legend of Vox Machina came back this week, so watched the first 3 episodes of that came out. Still highly recommend that show if anybody hasn't seen any of it yet. It's in season 4, the final season of it now, so good stuff. It'll be a full, complete story. It's not getting cut off or anything. It's good stuff. Finally got around to watching the 2nd season of Fubar. That show on Netflix with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
How was that?
I forgot about that.
It was good, dumb fun. Not anything deep, spy shit plus Arnold Schwarzenegger being Arnold Schwarzenegger, And then there's the show is also on Netflix called The Burrows. Watch that.
Yeah, that's on my list.
Yeah, we're a couple episodes
Okay.
in. It's from the Stranger Things people, and I'm like, okay, so Stranger Things with elderly. Okay, I'm in. Let's see. And
Essentially.
I'm like, okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. And so far, I'm like, okay, I am intrigued. I am intrigued. And then Summer Game Fest is this week, so I've been watching a lot of gaming stuff. So a lot of showcases and trailers. Like there was the PlayStation State of Play was earlier this week. That's why I let both of y'all know about that God of War game. That 20-minute play was at the very end. Matt, why are you shaking your head?
Because I take back everything that I said to you in that text message after seeing people talk about it online.
Oh, that shit, yeah. I'm not. Yeah, we're gonna move on. We're not even gonna acknowledge them now. I said
Cretans.
one thing earlier, and yeah. Because apparently, if you play a video game as anyone with a vagina, it's automatically going to be trash.
That's because they don't get to play with vagina themselves, Travis.
Essentially.
Playing a video game as someone with a vagina reminds them about all of the real life vagina that they don't get to play with, and it makes them very angry. And then they go on the internet and yell and shout and cry about it.
Yeah. I'm just like, wow.
I just find it funny that we went from boy to cube.
Yeah. Jack Quaid as the
And
cube.
it's Huey
It's going to be
playing
funny.
Cube.
Yeah, Jack Quaid. That's what I was just saying. Like, yeah, getting Jack Quaid as the cube is going to be fun. Why are you?
Well, because it's interesting. We went from boy to cube, and so did Nintendo.
Kinda. Yeah. So yeah, State of Play happened earlier this week. Like I said, God of War, LaFay looks great. Wolverine looks pretty fucking great too.
Yes.
Should have sent
I don't know why I was a little taken aback by the amount of blood and violence in it, but I knew it was going to be there.
Yeah.
But I'm just doubly excited to pre-order. I probably won't do it right yet, but I'm excited.
There's really no reason to pre-order these days. I mean, if you want to get the perks and everything, you still pre-order like the day before. It's not like a thing back in the day we had to pre-order physical copies because they might sell out.
I missed that though. I do too. Staying up till midnight
and then going to GameStop at midnight to pick up the game.
The next day off work because I stayed up from midnight till 3-4 in the morning. Just
you had to stand in line to get this game because that was the only way. Either you get it early by pre-ordering or you wait in line and hope they don't sell out before you get to the front of the line.
And then you also have the whole next day off to wake up and play the game. But that was before children and responsibilities and shit.
Yeah.
So
I remember going to GameStop.
The good old days. That's right, Bakley.
Good old days. Like handing them $5-10 to lock down this game. But you guarantee I'll be able to get it.
And pay the balance when you get there, So State of Play was earlier this week. Mentioned Wolverine, God of War. We got that release date I told you, Matt, for Dynasty Warriors 3 remake. Remaster. Apparently also the protagonist from the new one, Dynasty Warriors Origins, you'll be able to play as him in the Dynasty Warriors 3 remaster. Okay. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can.
Sure, why not?
Like Wayan is right there. But so lots of fun stuff there. There's going to be the actual Summer Game Fest showcase tomorrow. It's 2 hours of trailer, so that's going to be good fun. And then there's the Xbox one on Sunday. So fun times for people who like seeing what's coming for video games.
How was it, Bakley? Because I want to get out and see it. I don't know why, but lately I love the show, but it's been so long since I've had the show that I don't have the need to go out and see it immediately. I do want to go see it, but I'm not making shit happen to go see it because the show was great. So I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not super excited. So make me excited, Bakley. Let me know.
Matt likes it when you get him excited, so do that. But yeah, so that's all what's been happening with me. Want to thank y'all for joining us. If you're not watching us live, know that you can watch us live every Thursday on Twitch at twitch.tv/Creatia World. And if you're there, we want you to, go ahead and subscribe. That'd be great. And normally cost you some money, but you can do it for free. All you got to do is use Prime Gaming. Well, what's Prime Gaming? Let me tell you what that is. What you do is you take your Amazon Prime account, take your Twitch account, put them together, fusion, they form Prime Gaming. And that gives you a free subscription every month, lets you, get some other cool perks and all that kind of stuff. Use those things. So do that. Boom. You can also watch us live on YouTube at youtube.com/Creatia World. And we'd like you to subscribe there as well. That doesn't cost you anything. There's no fusion happening there, Matt. You just subscribe and it's too late. It's too late. Y'all are not
still just trying to figure out the fucking angle to do it. Like, technically you and I have to go like that.
Yeah, it'd be one of those things. Yeah. But anyway, hit the subscribe button. We'd appreciate that. And then right next to that subscribe button, though, is a bell. And hanging from that bell, little bean. What I want you to do is flick that bean. You do that, you get notified every time we go live, every time we drop a new video, all that good stuff. But with that, like I said, this week is a new era of the Creatia Conversation. We're doing the Throwback Thursday reviews. This week, we are talking about Harlem Nights. One of my all-time favorite movies. It is in my list of top, it's in my top 3, and it's not number 3. Let's talk about it. A few fun facts about this. We can actually just refer to the Wikipedia here. They'll tell us some good things about this. Harlem Nights, it's a 1989 crime comedy drama film starring, written, and directed by Eddie Murphy. The film co-stars Richard Pryor, Red Fox, in his last film appearance before his death in 1991. So this is the last film that Red Fox was in. Jenny Aiello, Michael Lerner, Della Reese, and Murphy's older brother Charlie. R.I.P. What were you saying, Mar?
I was gonna say, I feel like Red Fox has been ingrained in a lot of, like, I don't want to say my childhood, kind of, but still died before I was born.
Yeah.
I mean, Arsenio Hall was in this too.
Oh yeah, this cast is stacked. I was gonna get into that. We can go ahead and get into that now. But yeah, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Michael Lerner, Della Reese, Jasmine Guy, Belinda Tolbert. Who else was in here? Ronaldo Ray, Arsenio Hall, like you just said, Robin Harris. We talked about Charlie Murphy, Miguel A. Nunez Jr. If y'all seen Juwanna Man is in this shit too. Yeah, I mentioned
Uncle Ray Murphy. Uncle Ray Murphy.
I don't know who Uncle Ray Murphy is, but yeah, he's probably in that shit too.
If you look at him, you know he's family.
So they all look alike. They do all look alike. It's like them damn Wayans. I was
gonna say it's like the Wayans family.
Yeah. They all look alike. But yeah, stacked fucking cast in this. If you who's who of black comedians in this shit.
And a couple really racist Italians.
Oh yeah. The film was released theatrically on November 17th, 1989 by Paramount Pictures. The film tells the story of Sugar Ray and Vernice Quick Brown as a team running a nightclub in the late 1930s in Harlem while contending with gangsters and corrupt police officials.
What up, Just?
What up, Just? Harlem Nights is, as of 2026, Eddie Murphy's only directorial effort. He had always wanted to direct and star in a period piece, as well as work with Pryor, whom he considered his greatest influence in stand-up comedy. Reviewers panned the film with Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert, choosing Harlem Nights as ranking among the worst films of 1989. And with that, I can say Siskel and Ebert can kiss my black ass. At the 10th Golden Raspberry Awards, Murphy won the Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Screenplay, and the Raspberries can also kiss my black ass. Despite having a strong opening, the $30 million film was a disappointment at the box office, grossing $60.9 million in the U.S. and Canada. I blame Siskel and Ebert for that shit. But Yeah. So you know they say with films they got to make 3 times the budget in order for it to be considered successful. Because that's most of them budget is not accounted for there. That's just how much it costs to actually make it. That doesn't account for all the marketing and all that other kind of shit. So like I mentioned, directed by Eddie Murphy, written by Eddie Murphy. Let's see. Yeah, production companies Eddie Murphy Productions. Paramount Pictures distributed it. Runtime of 116 minutes, so just under 2 hours. And we talked about the budget and the box office. So, with that, Mara, as I recall, you had not seen this movie before, correct?
No, this is my first time.
And Matt, you said you had seen it, but it had been quite some time.
That is correct.
So, with that being said, what are y'all's overall thoughts on Harlem Nights?
I thought it was silly. I thought it was a fun, silly crime movie. Like when Tommy, God, what was his name? Last name?
Tommy Smalls.
Yeah, Tommy Smalls. I'm trying not to say Smiles.
Yeah.
Tommy Smalls with his brother.
Played by Thomas Paine of Martin fame. Yeah.
Yes. When they shot over to the car when the brother was crying, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. With Arsenio Hall. Yeah. Quick! Yeah.
But also the scene with Della Reese's character.
The fight.
And yeah, I realized I had seen that.
Yeah.
Realized I had seen that scene before.
Travis had us watch it on here, I think.
Yeah, I think I did play that scene for us on here because we were, for some reason, I brought up Harlem Nights. I don't remember what it was. I don't need much of an excuse, but
but it was fun. I feel like I think when you didn't have like Bugsy's people involved, I laughed a lot more.
I got you.
Red Fox, always hysterical. His banter between him and Vera, hysterical.
So good.
In a sequel, you'd find out they got married at the end of the day.
Clearly. They've been an old married couple for the last 30 years. Like it is.
Or I was expecting at the end of the movie to find out that they actually just weren't married.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. That was fun.
Yeah, no, I'm really glad that you had me go back and watch this. Like I said, it's been a long time. It's a fun movie. As an Italian, things like Sopranos and this and basically everything where there's Italian mobsters and they're racist as fuck makes me kind of like angry. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? But it is what it is.
1930s New York.
It was 1930s New York. That was definitely a thing that existed, for a long time. It was what it was. But yeah, no.
I feel like they were able to do a lot.
It was, if I recall correctly, I only remember hearing one N-bomb, so that was good.
No.
Canton.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
When he was in Ray's house, and he said it'd be a lot of niggas with rotten teeth or some shit like that.
Instead, they used every other
jig and a lot of other yeah.
Which there's some really weird racial slurs that I just don't understand. Like I almost went and looked them up, but then you don't want that in your algorithm. Where they came from? Exactly. I was like, where did this? Nope, not gonna look that up.
Like, you know what?
I'm just gonna keep that to myself. Fuck that. But yeah, no, Travis, it's a fun movie. It's a funny movie. I think Red Fox might have been my favorite throughout the movie because he was great, especially when he's in the casino and they had he can't see the table and they make him go put on those glasses.
Yes.
Oh, I love that so much. Good. And then when they throw the dude in the vault, he's like, "What are you guys doing down here in an empty bank vault? You trying to rob it?" Yeah.
Yeah. Well, since we already started, we can get in some favorite moments to discuss. You all have any other favorite moments of the movie that you haven't mentioned?
When go
That dude, that dude that Calhoun had carrying the money for him, when he
Richie,
immediately
yeah.
calls his Richie, when he calls his wife and says, "Yeah, I'm not coming home," and I'm
I
like,
ain't
"You
never coming
stupid
home. Yeah, yeah,
motherfucker."
yeah, yeah. That was after the sunshine had put it on him and promised him she was gonna put it on him even better later on. And he wasn't ready.
I was like, "You dumbass! Now you gonna get got."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like no, for me, it's like just the chemistry between Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor was great. Um, like you mentioned, the whole thing with Richie and Sunshine is fun for me. The fight with Quick and Vera is my favorite scene of the movie. So much so that I just played it for y'all on the podcast once before.
Mhm.
They recreated it in Pasta Cavassier, Busta Rhymes. Um, you
Funny
think
part is I probably saw that video a million times, and I
and
probably
didn't know what it was
never
referencing?
understood that reference.
Yeah.
Nope.
But yeah, some things I just love this fucking movie. Like it's the comedy. I mean, even just the style of it, like, just that stylish 30s Harlem swag they all had, the way they were dressed and everything, I love when this used to dress up and get fly as fuck, so it was just watching them like, man, I want to put on a suit. Like, where can I go right now? Yeah, just the overall feel of it is like it's almost a heist movie. Not quite really a heist movie, but it's almost a heist movie, and I enjoy a heist movie as well. What's up, Matt?
We were talking favorite parts. My favorite part was when Eddie Murphy got one over on Whitley from uh, A Different World.
Yeah, Jasmine
Different
guy,
world.
Yeah.
Dominique Leroux.
Yeah, no, Whitley. We're gonna call her Whitley because that's who I know her as. With the gun under the pillow, he's like, "Oh, she also sleeps with the gun under
Let's
the
be
Like,
pillow."
ain't that
honest.
so
That's
cute?
what we
I
all
but I'm
know her
the only
as.
one to sleep with a gun under the pillow. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was good shit.
After he told her his real name
Mm-hmm.
and then called him Vernest before she tried to shoot him. And just like,
That's
That's
so
crazy.
disrespectful.
The name that he said he hates is going to
yeah,
be the last words he was going to hear.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Fuck up.
And dude running around with Miss Heroin
All right, with Lady Heroin, yeah, yeah.
had to go and explain and then call her Lady Heroin to his boss when he showed up without the money.
Oh shit. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the plot of the movie, shall we? So it opens up. It's 1918 in Harlem, of course, Harlem Nights. Little small gambling den. They shooting dice. Um, owned by Ray. They call it Ray's place. They're not really doing that well, but they're getting by. They shooting dice, and this kid comes in with a little brown bag. Like I got Mr. Ray's cigarettes because you could just send kids to the store to buy cigarettes back in the day.
Yes, you could.
Yep.
Some cigarettes and a bottle of whiskey. You can just send them to the store with this, bring back my change. And they would just do it because kids did what they was told back then. Because if they didn't, they got the shit beat out of them. Now, he gets in there and the dude shooting dice is mad because Quick is in the room because Lil Vernus, his presence is found to be unlucky by this man.
All children.
Yeah, all children. He
Right.
hates kids. They bring him bad luck. And he's mad as hell. But he's like, you know what? I'll go ahead and shoot it. And he just, start saying the thing like, baby needs shoes. Wife needs some clothes. And Richard Pryor like, you need some teeth. Because he's just like, shoot the dice. You snaggle motherfucker.
It was given he finds kids unlucky because he was trying to get it with someone's mama, but they wouldn't go to bed.
That might be what it is. But this is also one of my favorite parts of the movie.
That is a valid reason.
Yeah, if kids have been cock blocking, yeah, I get it. But when he tells it, he's talking about, he's like, I'm gonna kick his ass, and the kid was like, you ain't kicking shit. It's just, oh my god, it sets the tone for the movie right there. But goes through a whole thing. He shoots the dice. He craps out. Either one of you know how to shoot craps?
No.
Okay. I do. I was taught how to shoot craps in my grandmother's kitchen by one of my cousins. But anyway, basically, you roll the dice. The first number that pops up, if it's a 7 or if it's 11, the first time you roll the dice, you just win. But
7 or 11.
Yeah. But first time you roll the dice, if it's anything but a 7, you keep rolling the dice until either that number comes up again or a 7 or 11 comes up. Now, if your number comes up first, you win. But if a 7 or 11 comes up before your number comes up, you crap out and you lose. So rolls dice, craps. He loses. And he mad because now he done lost his money. And he getting ready to like, I'm cutting everybody in here. Cut you and I'm gonna cut you. And Ray's like, yeah, whatever. And he's looking under the table, try to grab his gun because he's gonna shoot this motherfucker. Unbeknownst to him, Quick done already grabbed this gun. Quick shoots the dude in the head. And he's like, that man was gonna stab us, so I shot him. He's like, damn.
Quick ain't getting shot and getting stabbed.
Yeah.
I ain't
he's like, that's what what he did. Like, okay, well, I'm gonna, whatever, clean this dude up. I'm gonna take this boy home to his mama. He's like, my mama dead. And he's like, okay, well, to your father. My daddy dead too. And he's like, did you kill him? It's like, no, they just dead. Again, valid question, because
after what just happened, absolutely.
And you just out here shooting people willy-nilly.
Yeah. So it just turned in like, all right, well, I guess you come with me then. And boom. Now this is just his son now. He just adopted a kid. So we cut forward 20 years. Ray's place is now this booming business, an after-hour spot, Sugar Ray's. They kind of co-own it together. They got gambling, dancing, comedy, a little hidden brothel in the back where you can get you some. But they got a little bit too successful now. Because in walks Tommy Smalls and Dominique LaRue. They don't know who Dominique LaRue is yet, but they know Tommy. They know Tommy works for this man named Bugsy Calhoun. And they're like, we got to keep an eye on her, see what's going on there. Quick, like, I'll go talk to him. Quick goes to talk to him. And he starts acting like Quick. And Ray had already told him, you stay away from her. You don't know who she is, nothing like that. And, there's a whole conversation that happens there. Ray comes over. He was like, I told you not to talk to that woman. Like, I was just saying hi. I'm like, yeah, but you got a way of saying hi. Like,
that gets us into trouble.
You chill, all right? Just keep an eye on. There's an incident you mentioned earlier with Benny, and at the crap table, and people complaining because he keeps calling the wrong number when they shoot the dice. Ray's over there like, hey man, you gotta wear your glasses, put them on for me. And he's like, man, I'm Snake-Eyed Benny. I can call the dice before they stop rolling. I've been doing this for 30 years. It's like, all right, man.
Oh, he's psychic now.
But you can't see. Put your damn glasses on. And he puts the glasses on his big thick ass. Like you heard of Coke bottle glasses. These some fucking Coke bottle glasses. And he in there, he got them on. He's like, looking, got him sitting on his nose like this too. Like, it's like you really are like looking extra old with these things. But we cut forward a little bit, and Bugsy Calhoun. We meet Bugsy Calhoun, and he's sitting there just having a conversation about Ray and all that kind of stuff. But one of the people that's working for Bugsy is like, hey, this don't make no sense. Like, all our spots are just as busy, but we bringing in less money. And Bugsy, I'm like, no, it makes perfect sense. Tommy's skimming off the top. And dude's like, oh, he ain't doing it. I picked him out myself. He wouldn't do that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I already know what's happening. I've already been told that's what's happening. And since you brought him in, it looks like you're the one responsible. And he tells him, put your hand on this piano right here, and slams the top of the piano and breaks the man's hand. And like, your other hand, all right, cool. I need you to kill Tommy Smalls. Here to here, cut his throat. And he also says, like, all right, and like we going, what's up?
I said it'd be like that.
Yeah. And they're like, all right, we gonna sing. We gotta send Cantone over to see what's going on with Ray's place. But before we see that, we go back to Ray's, and sets the scene for my favorite part of the movie, where they, talking about how well they did that night. We brought in this much, the tables brought in this much, the bar brought in this much. Vera gets there late.
The girls were short. But the girls were short. So.
Yeah. No. I mean, interject, speak. And it shouldn't just be me talking this whole time.
The girls are always short.
Yeah, Vera comes in, but first, it starts off with her being late. And Ray was like, hey, we start this meeting at this time, blah, blah, blah. She was like, kiss my ass. Like, I got to stay back there till the last trick is gone. And I'm not telling somebody to roll over just so I can punch some damn clock. But anyway, like, how much did y'all make tonight? Like, we made about 200. And Quick was like, what the fuck? Like, been back there all night. Ain't no way they only made $200. You're like, what you trying to say? You
made me wonder, like, how much are you charging?
I mean, I also wonder, but probably for different reasons. So,
what are your reasons, Matthew?
Because I need to, not now, but prior to being married and having children, I would have liked to frequent an establishment with prices that low.
Well, it's also consider this is 1938, so
I was gonna say 10 years
adjusted
ago,
for inflation.
Yeah, because I was gonna say 10 years ago, $200 to get you an hour with one girl, let alone what all the girls made in a night.
Yeah. We still never got confirmation if she was actually stealing, but Quick was just like, listen, like Veer, you in charge of the girls, right? The girls been back there all night. So if they only made $200, either you or them got a problem with their arithmetic. So what the fuck? And at this point, Vera's like, no, we got to fight. We got to fight. They go outside to fight. Quick is inside at first talking a whole bunch of shit, just being silly and everything because he don't think this is real. He goes outside and it turns into like, okay, we actually going to fight. And he's swinging on Vera, punching and all that kind of stuff. And she's just like, you hit like a bitch. Like, he don't even hurt her. She start whooping his ass. He hit her with a trash can, and she gets up and she's like, "Oh, you want to hit people with garbage cans? Now I gotta cut you." And she pulled out a razor, and he's like, "Oh hell no!" He pulled out his gun, and he's just like, "Yo, you stop or I'm gonna shoot your pinky toe off." And she dares him to do it, putting her foot out in front of him, and he shoots her in the pinky toe like she don't know she fucking with Quick, because motherfucker crazy. And of course, she's not happy about getting shot in the pinky toe. But hey, so later on, Ray goes back home. I
said somebody gotta learn.
Yeah. Ray gets back home, and this motherfucker Cantone is just sitting in his house, like breaking and entering. Sir, this is just in my living room. And they go have a little back and forth, and Cantone is just like, hey, are you the Ray that owns Sugar Ray's, the after hour spot? And he's like, no, I sell candy. Which, if y'all know how after hour spots worked in the day, they were businesses underneath legitimate businesses, and they'd open up after hours for select people who knew the password to get in and all that kind of stuff. Because the front for his place was, a candy store.
Not gonna lie to you, I forget. I just was not paying attention. I did not know what time frame this took place in. It didn't really matter to me, but I for sure thought when he said he was selling candy, it was a euphemism for drugs.
No, it was an actual candy stop, candy shop.
That was my thought going the entire time. Was like, you just out selling drugs
willy nilly.
Nope, they don't deal in drugs. They club owners.
And to be honest, we had Lady Heroin later, so I was like, see, it all made sense.
I was right.
And then you find out it wasn't heroin. But so they going back, they had that whole exchange. And next day, I believe it is, they're having dinner. And Ray's like, yo, they sniffing us. Like Calhoun is honing in on us right now. We already had, Smalls and old girl, Dominique LaRue, and we got his Officer Cantone at my house and all that kind of shit, we probably got to get the fuck up out of here. Quick don't like that, of course, but he's like, yo,
I get
we gotta,
that though. I wouldn't want to leave Harlem either.
yeah, but they're like, yo, this ain't the kind of dude you fuck with. He's either gonna bleed us dry or we're gonna end up dead. We gotta go. And at this point, which when we meet the champ, Jack Jenkins, when he come in with his speech impediment. And again, this was the 80s where you could just, make those jokes and make fun of people for things of that nature. But I laughed, I'll admit it. But it was because of the way he played it.
Such a hard stutter.
Yeah, it was the hard stutter combined with the lisp, and it was just like you just gave him all the speech impediments at once.
It's funny because at first glance, my brain said Jonathan Major, but then my logical brain said, no, this is not in his will. This is not in his time frame.
Yeah, 1989. What was that, Matt?
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question and then I have an idea.
Okay.
So we talked about the roast of Kevin Hart, right?
Yes.
Unfortunately,
and during that he was just going on and on, or they were going on and on and on about how much he loves Eddie Murphy and how Eddie Murphy's not showing up. We could. Well, the question is, how much dick do you think Kevin Hart would suck to remake Harlem Nights, where he plays Quick and Eddie Murphy is in Richard Pryor's role?
I'm gonna stop you right there. Don't even put this in the universe. I don't want him to do that.
Well, because we could have Garrett Morris also play Red Fox. Like we could do this.
I now remember how this came up before when I was talking about Harlem Nights. We were recasting movies, and I was recasting Harlem Nights.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at the landscape of actors out there and comedians out there, the only one who's out right now who actually fits the bill to be in Eddie Murphy's spot is Kevin Hart, and I hate that.
You have Kevin Hart as Eddie Murphy. You have Eddie Murphy as Richard Pryor, and then, like I said, we get Garrett Morris to do the Red Fox role. Like, we could do this. It's probably gonna be bad. It's not gonna be good.
Okay, you don't have to though.
Because I'm trying to think of Kevin Hart trying to do Quick, and I'm already upset.
Yeah.
At how annoying he would be.
He'd be too over the top with it, and it wouldn't be. Yeah, there's choices that he made in the acting here that made it better, and I don't think Kevin could really do it justice. But fast forward, they're at the club again, and Cantone actually shows up, and they're in Ray's office. They're talking, and basically they want 2/3 of their money. And of course, they're not going to do that. I forgot there was part when he first came in, when they introduced Quick and Cantone to each other, and he was like, this is Quick. Like, you mean Quick like you're fast? He's like, no, quick to whip somebody's ass. And he was like, you mean you could get your ass whipped quick? And that's when Quick came back like, last time I had my ass whooped was 1911. He's like, oh, is that when the doctor slapped you on the butt? I'm like, yep, that's the last time somebody whooped my ass, and I'm looking for him. So,
that's also not true, because Vera just whooped your ass a little while ago.
This is true, but he don't acknowledge that because he shot in the piggy toe, and to him he won.
She ended up in the ambulance.
Yeah.
So he won.
But yeah, so after all that takes place, they sitting around talking, and they're like, "Yeah, we got to come up with a plan because we can't stick around here." Their plan is Jack Jenkins got a fight coming up. He's fighting. I forgot the other dude's name. Doesn't matter.
Some white dude.
Yeah, but they know Kirkpatrick is his name. And they're like, Jenkins gonna whoop his ass. They're like, yeah. But what we're going to do is we're going to rob Bugsy Calhoun because we know everybody's putting in bets on this thing. And basically what we're going to do, we're going to put a bunch of money on Kirkpatrick to win. And once Bugsy sees that, he going to think we put the fix in for Jenks to throw the fight because he knows we're close. He going to put money in there. So there's going to be more money in the pot, and we just going to steal it all.
Mm-hmm.
We going to take it.
So
you got to know how people think.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the beauty of their plan, was anticipating exactly what he was going to do. And he did it exactly to a T.
Exactly what he thought he was going to do, because he's like, yo, if they put money on Kirkpatrick, clearly they convinced Jenkins to throw the fight. So we're going to put money on Kirkpatrick too. He puts $500,000 down. And that is a lot of money in 1938 money.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what the exact translation is, but if one of you wants to do that inflation adjustment somewhere, I'm sure there's a website that can do it.
1 second. How much was it again? $500,000?
$500,000, 500 G's. But yeah, he takes the bait, puts $500,000 down. Then we cut to Tommy Smalls in his apartment. He's getting off an elevator and he gets knocked the fuck out. And they turn to the lady he's with, like, you with him? She's like, nope. And she walks on out. I'm like, cool. And they basically...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. What you going to say?
I was going to say, according to the AI overview, $500,000 in 1930 is equivalent in purchasing power to about $9,970,658.68 today.
What you looking at? Why are you looking like that?
What year did you put to inflate?
1930?
1938.
Oh.
Yeah, it would be like $11.8 million today.
How would it be more?
Dollar went up probably at some point.
Oh yeah, no, it does change it. I don't understand how I was farther back and it was less money, but
yeah, the whole thing with, they were just coming out of the Depression and all that kind of shit back in 1930, so the dollar was worth a lot less at that point. So there was a rise, and then there was anyway, they got Tommy and they're like, yo, you've been stealing, you gotta go. Cantone shoots him, and old boy was like, yo, Bugsy said I was supposed to cut his throat, and he was like, well, go ahead and cut it then. What?
Could you imagine being a leading detective on that, trying to figure out what happened here?
Yeah.
They'd be like, they cut his throat and then they shot him, or did they shoot him and then cut his throat? Because you'd figure just doing one would have done the job of killing the person. So to have both just feels like, what?
Yeah. So then Quick actually shows up a little bit later because he was going to check out what's going on with Tommy anyway. He gets there, finds a dead body. He's like, oh shit, let me get up out of here. But as he's leaving, Tommy's brother, played by Arsenio Hall, sees him leave. He's like, what is he doing in my brother's house, at my brother's place? Goes up, of course.
I'm talking to as if he could hear it, had me cracking up. Like, you seem to have pissed someone off, so I'm going to let you sit here in silence and while you think about who you pissed off and why.
It was. But yeah, his brother goes up, of course, finds out, he killed him and all that kind of shit. But anyway, Dominique LaRue is invited Quick to come to dinner with her. He doesn't realize this until he gets there, but Calhoun is also there. And he's there because he's like, I want you to come work for me. And of course, Quick is like, no, fuck you. And I'm going to leave. LaRue's trying to get him to take the deal and all that kind of stuff. Quick ain't having it. He leaves. But as he leaves, they've been following him. Tommy's brother's there, Arsenio Hall. And he's like, you shot Junior, and all that kind of shit.
Boo-hooing. boo-hooing. I was like, I thought y'all were gangsters.
But yeah, they're chasing him down the car, crying and all that kind of stuff. Of course, Quick sees them following him, does a whole lot of evasive maneuvers and all that kind of stuff, slams on the brakes. They slam into the back of him, guns go off. He accidentally shoots the dude sitting in front of him, Junior. Him and Miguel Nunez in the back, and they're just like, you shot Junior. Junior, you okay? Like, oh, I'm sorry,
I'm so sorry, Junior.
It's the whole thing. That whole scene cracks me up. They get to the point where Quick is hiding inside this convenience store, whatever store it is. They shooting back and forth. Well, not back and forth. It's really just, Arsenio Hall and Miguel Nunez and whoever the fuck they got with them. Two of them got Tommy guns, and here come this other mother with his pistol. Just you look back like, what the fuck you doing with that little bitty shit? Don't shoot that shit no more. And then he go back to shooting. Quick pops up, takes all three of them out. They're all dead.
Like just really simple, like 1, 2, 3. Like
that's quick. So Quick goes back. They're having dinner, and they're just talking. They're not having dinner. They're talking. And they're like, "What did you you find anything else out?" I'm like, no, I don't know what I found out. But that's also that happened later. But they get a phone call from Dominique LaRue. He picks up the phone, like, can you come meet me? Like, yeah, just you, right? And he goes to go meet her. They meet at her place, or the place owned by Calhoun, she says, but lets her stay there. And they getting ready to do their thing. And he also tells her his real name is Vernest and all that kind of stuff. And she asks him if his name was Quick. But they getting ready to do their thing. She's in the bathroom, getting changed and everything. And he's checking the bed, finds her little gun. We talked about this earlier. He's like, oh, I thought I was the only one that slept with a gun under the pillow. Look at this cute little gun.
She got a little power right in the kisser.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Like you said, like we talked about it. Like, he found the gun. She comes in. She's seducing him. She reaches for the gun. The gun has no bullets. He shoots her. Great, fine. He gets back to the apartment, and he's like, I murdered her. And he's like, oh, you beat up the pussy, huh? He's like, no, I killed her.
Yeah.
That was my favorite line.
It was funny too to me when she was at first reaching for the gun. He kept grabbing her hand and stopping her from getting it at first to make her work for it and all that. But anyway, more talking. They like, the same person that's moving the money for the fight is the same one that did it last time. This dude Richie. See if we can do something about that. Vera, can we put one of the girls on him? And she was
Richie
like,
was in love. All right.
Yeah, let me tell you why he was in love.
And love
Vera
makes
got
you
a girl
fucking stupid.
whose pussy is so good, if you threw it up into the air, it would turn into sunshine. All right. Sunshine is her name. Ray's like, yeah, I don't want to meet her, but Benny like, oh, I do. Like, give me that.
just thinking out.
He was like, he is fantasizing.
Now, again, to be fair, if you have a girl whose pussy is so good that if you threw it up in the air, it would turn into sunshine, how are you only making $200 a night?
They're all very good questions. We never really got an answer.
Be careful who you asking that. Vera will come up and beat your ass.
Basically.
I'll shoot her pinky toe off. She got one more.
Also, fun thought.
Trying to keep all my 9 toes.
I don't know if y'all know this historically. I'm not a cat person.
So I've noticed.
Like I don't actively dislike cats, but I don't trust them. Amani likes cats. She wants a cat, and I told her if we get a cat, I'll agree to get a cat if we can name it Sunshine, because I thought that would be hilarious.
Then you're just gonna throw it up in the air?
No, it's just the idea of pussy so good, sunshine, and all that kind of stuff. It's a very deep cut inside joke for myself,
He's gonna hear her calling around the house. Here, sunshine, and all you
Here's
see
the
is Travis
thing.
going.
Amani should get a cat because I was not a cat person either until Kate brought Fritz in and had us move in with Fritz.
But you had cats growing up.
Yeah, but I didn't like. They were my sister's cats, and I did
Like
not
I
like
didn't
those
like them.
cats. They also didn't live very long. They kept getting out and got ran over. Like we didn't have cats for very long. We had
Well,
the
the one you
dogs.
had when you lived in Dyer is one of the reasons why I don't trust cats. That was the time that I woke up in the morning, the cat was sitting on my chest staring at me. But anyway,
I don't remember a cat in Dyer, but anyway,
mm-hmm.
listen. If you get a cat, I guarantee you that cat he's going to fall in love with that cat, is going to be his best friend. He can say all the shit he wants. Once that cat is in there living with him, different person.
That's what Amani keeps telling me, and I'm like,
Mhm.
good luck with that.
Yeah, you say that. I said the same thing. Listen, when we had Fritz before she passed away earlier this year, I hated cats. I loved that fucking cat. She would come and cuddle with me, and she was a bitch at first. Like she didn't let anyone go near her. I was the only person besides Kate that she gave affection to the way that, she did.
The
And
cats
Kate thought that was fucking weird. So, yeah, no, like I once Ozzy goes, I think we're just gonna get cats. Like
I would, but I'm allergic to cats. Like I get around them, and like for a day and a half, it'll look like my eyes are trying to bulge out of my forehead, out of my face.
Mm.
But I love them.
So after all that, Ray's like, all right, look, you need to you going into hiding. And I'm not saying you should. I'm telling you that you are. You're going into hiding because they see you out there, they're gonna kill you. You need to stay away. Not long after that, Cantone and some other cops come into the club, walk in shooting, first of all, like what the fuck, but also they take everybody to jail. Everybody but Ray and Jack Jenkins. They take everybody in. Ray has a conversation with Bugsy Calhoun outside and all that kind of stuff because Bugsy's looking for Quick because he was like, I know for a fact that Quick killed 4 people tonight. So he found out about Dominique LaRue pretty quickly. But Ray goes and bails everybody out of jail. Apparently when he did it, he left like some candy and shit in limos to take him home and everything. Like nope, saying sorry for the inconvenience and all that kind of stuff. Basically told them, yeah, I got you, my bad.
What great customer service. Like
seriously, fantastic host.
Like he's pretty much saying, like, I hope you guys come back. Just I'm sorry that this happened.
Yeah. But then they're like, yeah, they're telling the story what happened to Quick. And then, they're like, yeah, we got to stay closed, though, because ain't no way we'll be able to open up. They'll come and raid us every night. While that's happening, this is when we get more of that back and forth between Benny and Vera. She goes in there and she was just like, we got some hash and you can make some hash and eggs. And she going like, ain't no hash in here. That's tuna fish. Like, well, make some tuna then, bitch. And they going back and forth like, you're blind ass.
You want a sandwich?
Bitch.
She said, you want a sandwich if it's not too much trouble.
Kiss my ass.
And then the
juice.
I was laughing to myself when she started hollering about the juice because I've definitely yelled at Luna about that too. Like, why you leave the container of juice in here with just a swallow left in it? Just drink it, damn it.
Just finish it. Like, got my mouth all set for some juice and ain't but a swallow in here. You ever said you had your mouth all set for some juice?
Never, no, but she said it quite a few times in that one. I
had my mouth all set for some hash and ain't no hash. Which is funny because, a lot of times hash is used as a euphemism for weed. So she almost sounded like she had her just mouth set for some weed and she ain't getting no weed either. But anyway, in this time too, Quick goes back into the kitchen.
I said that would also have me upset too, so I get it.
But Quick goes into the kitchen and basically apologizes to Vera, and she like, well, I'm sorry. Like, take your sorry ass in there and tell Ray to send somebody to get some juice. Like, fuck out of here. She's like, no, love that little old boy.
I love that boy.
Because Quick really is like, Quick was like her kid. Then we get that scene with Richie and Sunshine where he, calls his wife and tells her, he ain't never coming home, and arranges to pick Sunshine up while he's delivering the money. We get to the night of the actual robbery, though. After at some point they burn the club down.
Lennox. Yes. I'll say Richie was meeting up with Lady Heroin at 110 and Lennox, to which I was like, I'm very familiar.
You know where that is?
That intersection.
Like, I know that intersection.
She has also met up with Lady
That's
Heroin
right
at that intersection.
It's right at the top of Central Park. So that's where the top of Central Park is.
I see. So what they do, they basically set up a crash, and they Quick and Ray pretend to be cops. And like, oh, you in trouble here? You know who you got in the car with you? You got Lady Heroin in there. It's a problem. And they going back and forth. These other cops show up. Little do we know at that point that these cops are not, with Cantone. They actually are working with Ray and Quick to set all this up. And they take the money, leave the bag of sugar in there that they think is heroin. Cantone has been following them the whole time. They go into this bank. And in this bank, they set him up, lock him in the vault. Because they're like, yo, why are you in this bank that's been closed for 5 years? And they're like, yeah, well, we figured you'd be following us. And, you win some, you lose some. But we're in this bank because we're making a deposit. Put your gun down. And he's surrounded. And they lock him in the vault. And the whole point where he's just like, yeah, there's not much air in here. Like, yeah, we'll call the police and have them come get you in a couple of days. Like, a boy says there should be plenty of air in here. He's like, what is he, some kind of scientist that measures the air? And like, give or take a few hours. Like, see, you'll be fine. And they close the door because like just short, quick breaths. Just they close the door, and he does try to do that. Just like, how long can you actually do that, dude? Like,
as long as he needs to.
Eventually, he's gonna pass out. Meanwhile, though, the boxing match is happening, and Calhoun finds out, like, oh, this dude is not throwing the fight. What the hell is going on? And, he leaves. Richie's done delivered the wrong bag. Vera shows up in there. You think she's setting them up. He's like, yeah, they at Ray's right now. He's like, I ain't got nothing to do with this. I'm an honest hoe.
She's like, I want to be left out.
Yeah. They're like, they at Ray's house, though. So there's all set up to send them all to Ray's house. The bags of heroin were actually sugar. They weren't actually heroin. They find out those cops weren't actually Cantone's people. And then he's like, what the fuck is going on here? He goes to light a cigar that he's been smoking, the whole show, the whole movie, I mean. The match he uses doesn't go out. Old boy goes like, let's get the fuck up out of here. He opens the door, gas, whole place blows up, killing everybody in the house.
I won't lie. When he was lighting the match for his cigar, I was sitting thinking like, this is probably going to explode. Like he's going to light that and it's going to explode. And then it didn't. And I was like, oh, okay, not as predictable as I thought it would be. And then he opens the door and then boom. And I was like, and there we go.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, takes them out. And cuts to the end. They're all in these little rented cottages. Like, yep, it's time for us to go. And, we're going to miss Harlem. There's no place like it. And they ride off into the sunset. And that's Harlem Nights.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic movie. I like to believe to myself, this is just how my headcanon goes. They left Harlem and they moved to Chicago because,
that would be the only thing that would make sense to me.
Mm-hmm. because they can do the same. They can run the same kind of shit in Chicago, so it would make sense for them to do that.
They could try.
In that time, I'm sure they could.
Well, they'd have to do it in a very specific area once again, just like they did in Harlem. But yeah, because as Matt knows, the Irish run Chicago, so there's a reason why on St. Patrick's Day the river is dyed green, because yeah. Anyway, as we ought to do when we're watching and reviewing stuff, I got a question for you.
Home was also in Chicago around that time too, so
that is true.
What?
Said Capone was also in Chicago around that time too, so
yeah, but then he got syphilis, and that was the end of him. But yeah,
did he go to jail?
He died of syphilis. He may have died in prison, but he died of syphilis.
Oh. I wish someone else would die of syphilis, because we all know he has it.
Yeah, but who's winning?
Sugar Ray, quick, clearly. I would say quick even. No, I was gonna say quick even more. The only reason I want to say quick even more because
he got to fuck Jasmine Guy first.
Yeah, it's like he still got what's her face before he had to take her.
He got to have his cake and eat it too.
Off the deck.
I was literally Jack Jenkins.
He did win. He did. That boy's ass. Mm-hmm. Okay. Who's losing?
Italians.
We going with Bugsy here?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bugsy. Yeah. I agree. One could say Cantone, but after it's over with, he's out of the vault and everything, so he'll be all right. But yeah,
and that's only if they call in time.
This is true.
Could you imagine?
What if they forget?
Could you imagine, like, like they get to their next destination and then they're like, "Where were we supposed to do something?"
And the thing is, the bank's been closed for 5 years, so there's no reason for anybody to ever go in there. So, like, they could just let him suffocate and die
before they find him.
Right. And by the time they do,
nobody will know
what the fuck is going on.
Right. And then it's also one less person that may come after them. Because, I mean, if I was Cantone, I was like, I'd eventually be like, I'm going to find them. I'm going to get them.
So here's the deal. Cantone is, I don't know what would be in between winning and losing, but he got to experience sunshine, and I feel like getting locked in a vault.
That wasn't Cantone.
Or no, that wasn't Cantone.
That was Richie's name.
Yeah. So yeah, Richie's winning.
Richie is winning, but yeah. Was he in the house when they blew it up?
Listen,
I don't know.
What I was going to say was, whatever happened to Richie after experiencing sunshine is just cosmic karma balancing the scales. He's back to dead even. He was after winning to that point. Now he's back to even. Yeah. Now he's back to that,
I bet you when his wife heard what happened, she was just like, yeah, stupid ass.
All right. So let's
break this. Did he call his wife and say he was leaving her?
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Said he ain't never coming home.
Yep.
But yeah, how would you all rate this out of 5? How many dragons you giving this?
We're rating it in dragons.
Oh yeah, this is just my rating scale. We're doing dragons forever. This is just what it is.
I give it 3.5. That was a good movie.
What about you, Matt?
I'll go 4.
Okay. Well, for me, this is a 5 out of 5 Dragons movie. This is my, in my top, like I said, top 3 favorite movies, and it's not number 3. So yeah, it's getting all 5 dragons out of me. But what about you folks out there? Who do you think is winning? Who's losing? How many dragons you give this out of 5? Let us know in them comments, because we're going to end the show now. We've been going longer than we should. Don't forget to follow us on our
surprised.
You don't want to flip a coin real quick?
Oh, right. Yeah. We got to decide what movie we doing next. Mara, call it.
Heads.
What movie we doing?
Yes. We are doing Dracula Untold from 2014. I double checked that it was under 10 years. It's on Netflix.
Okay. Dracula Untold. So next week, the movie we're watching, Dracula Untold, and we will be led by Mara through this one. So get ready, folks.
Oh boy.
But don't forget to follow us on all the socials, IG, TikTok, Twitter, at Creatia World. It is at ITSCREATIA World. Also on Blue Sky at creatiaworld.bsky.social. Facebook, facebook.com/Creatia World. We got a couple of groups there. Don't worry about that. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. At Lord_Cusslot. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT, except for on Blue Sky where there is no underscore. Mara, where can they find you?
Same place at Mara the Shark.
What about you, Matt?
You guys can follow me everywhere at Getting Off, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, all those places, and right here this Sunday.
Nice. Will that be it for this week? Creatia Conversations, Throwback Thursday reviews. We'll see you next time. Until then, we out.
Go Knicks.